This is day 6 of the 100 Days of Python challenge, and today we will be designing the route for the robot to walk the maze and get to the destination. So the maze will be randomly selected. The robot will be placed at a random location in the maze, facing a random direction. So let's take a look at all the commands that we have here. So we got move, turn left, and a few other ones. So we notice that we don't have a turn right button here, so we probably want to design our own function to make the robot turn right. So I'll be defining the turn right function here, which is basically 3 times of turning left. We will be calling this function later on in our code. Let's take a look at the conditions that we got programmed. So we got at go, which determines whether the robot already reached the destination or not. We got front is clear, right is clear, wall in front, and wall on right. So these will be the ones that we might be using in our code. So the strategy here that I'm going to use is I want the robot to move along its right hand side. So whenever there's a barrier, it's going to move along the barrier on the right hand side until it gets to the destination. So it doesn't matter where it starts, it's gonna move along the right hand side. So with that strategy, I'm going to use a while loop. So while the robot is not at go, the first if function, if statement is that if the robot's front is clear and it has a wall on the right hand side, I want it to move to the front. So that's my first if statement. But if the robot has no wall on the right, I want it to always move to the right hand side so that it's next to a right barrier. So else if right is clear, it's going to turn right and it's gonna move. But for any other situations, I want the robot to be able to turn left as the last resort. So for example, if the robot is right here, it is next to the wall, but the front is not clear, and I don't want it to turn right because it might go back to the original route that it came from. So I want it to turn left so that I follow the path. So let's test this out. So this is where the robot is randomly placed at. So I'll be running the code and see what happens. So we see that the robot is following on the right hand side and on its path to the destination. It's not always the most efficient way to get to the destination, but in this code, it will always get to the destination. So now whenever it's facing a dead end like this one, it's not going to go back to the path that it came from. Instead, it's going to turn left and then do a new path. And here we go. So there is actually one problem with this chunk of code. A very special situation that we might run into is if the robot is placed at any of the spots around this square or any of the spots around this square. So what's going to happen is this else if statement will get triggered. So anywhere around here, say, the right is going to be clear. So then if the robot's going to turn right, move, and the right's going to be clear, and turn right, move, so that it will become an infinite loop here. So this is a problem that I need to figure out a way to debug, and because I'm new to Python, I'm going to try to debug this, and then we'll recap later. Thank you.